So I went to the dance, and I was dancing a lot, and then this guy got really aggressive with me, who was like the chaperone or something like that. I took my shirt off in the dance, I started going crazy. And then the chaperone guy came up to me, and this was one of the most impressive slurs I've ever gotten in my life. I love when people like slur you. It's kind of a funny thing.
Yeah, I do too.
Because it's... I love it. I really do. I really enjoy it. So he grabbed me by my shirt. Actually, not by my shirt. Well, yeah, he did grab me because I put it back on. And he was like, I'm throwing you out of here, you sand thief. Sand thief? Yeah. And right away I was like, that is so... I steal sand? Steal sand?
I feel like it's all like a Latin in Japan.
I kind of like, take it. If I'm by a beach and I see someone shooting me, I'm like, okay, take it. I'm not looking. Yeah, I was more just curious. I was like, oh.
Street rat,
Yeah.
sand thief, cow troll, take that! Now, shockingly enough, even after taking off your shirt and dancing on the floor at a young age, you didn't always want to be a comedian. You actually at one point wanted to be a priest?
I did.
What?
Actually, yeah.
So this is from the boys' school.
Well, this was like, I grew up in a very Catholic house, so we used to have like priests come over for dinner and stuff, and it was like severe guilt in the house. So I always,
Catholic guilt.
I remember like, I just always thought I was going to hell for every little thing I did, you know? And,
Still do.
yeah, I just feel probably uncomfortable with that, you know?
Because hell can't be that bad of a place.
Most of my friends will be there, so.
All the sand thieves go straight down there.
Now, when you went to Marquette University, which
Yes.
is where you kind of first discovered comedy and theater, and immediately afterwards started working. Actually, not immediately after. You had one job that we thought was very interesting.
And I have to actually read it because it's an actuarial recruiter for insurance.
What?
That's right.
What does that mean?
Well, someone needs to determine how much you pay for car insurance versus Grace. I imagine you're paying more for car insurance. I don't know why, but actuaries are the ones who assess risk. So they'll look at your age, where you live, the type of car you drive, and they kind of put it into this mathematical equation, and they determine how much you pay for stuff like that, or your health insurance.
And so you actually enjoyed this, right?
This is where like the nerd stuff comes out. Man. I get into this kind of stuff, you know. I
Sitting there applying chaps.
It's like, oh my gosh. And I'm not an expert. I learned that skill week. I tried taking statistics like 3 or 4 times in college, and I kept dropping it. But I get into the whole kind of like, it is kind of a creative process of using like business formulas and stuff, and like they'll determine like, for instance, how much a store in Tampa or something like that, you guys can get it, it's cool, will like pay for like hurricane insurance, you know, and it's just like things like that that are really cool, and it's they factor in everything that's going on in the world. And
Right.
this is, I know it's like boring, but
No,
it's like this is like the
I'm
stuff that I
wildly
love,
jealous.
because it's like it's so much more interesting than like, you know, sometimes some entertainment stuff. I like to go jump into
I
something
love
like
it.
that.
No, and what's actually funny about this, if I'm correct, is you never quit your job,
No.
nor were you fired.
I still am. I'm technically an employee of DW Simpson, and I'll never quit because it's the greatest job. It allowed me the flexibility to, when I came out here, I worked from home to, you know, go on auditions, and at the same time I can go home and, you know, look up dynamic financial analysis. I'd actually go to some actuarial conferences, which are great. Oh, they're so great.
Like recreationally?
They're so awesome because I go there and I show up, and most people would think right away, they're like, oh, this dude's Indian, he knows his shit. Like, I don't know what's going on. And so I would just tell, like, you know, inappropriate jokes for actuaries, which is great. Yeah.
And your first big break when you got out here, one of your first gigs was you were in a BlackBerry commercial, right?
Yes.
You were the,
You guys must have
guys
seen
have to have seen this. He was the butt dialer.
Yeah.
The guy who sits down and then his girlfriend goes, oh, guess who it is? It's your butt. Oh, hey, bud. Oh, no. I really love that commercial. I really do. And then you go like this. My butt hung up on you.
Awesome, one of those first awesome gigs. You probably still get residuals from?
Yeah, you know what's funny? Someone just told me that they were at a some kind of advertising like award show or something like that in Boise, Idaho, and they were screening that commercial.
Whoa.
So I still get, every once in a while somebody will see me, like I was at Zara the other day.
Zara.
Oh, the Zara, yeah, I'm fancy, I know. I walked in and
This is not Zara.
I was returning a tie. but I was returning. It wasn't even like that.
He wasn't buying.
No, so I was returning time, and the guy looked at me, and now it's like people start to recognize me from community, so it's cool. Like it's fun to talk to people, and you know. And I saw him looking at me, and I was like, oh, he's gonna talk about community. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be awesome. And he's like, butt dialer, right? How am I gonna overcome that?
That's something you want to
No,
know.
no,
It's
okay.
wonderful. It's
I was eating cantaloupe, by the way, in that commercial. I don't know if anybody noticed. I
I
like
did.
cantaloupe.
I actually noticed that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, because it was orange.
That's right.
And now you're on Community.
Yeah!
Which is a fantastic show, and you have an amazing cast, which includes Chevy Chase,
Yes.
who is like the godfather
It really is.
of comedy.
What is it like working with him?
It's very weird.
Dish.
There's
Dish.
well, I
Come
mean,
on.
there's just so much weird stuff. Like right now, his Christmas card is on my refrigerator. Weird. That's very weird, right? Like Chevy Chase in like a Santa hat with like holding a dog and his whole family, and they're all like happy.
Oh, I really wish it was just him and a dog. Merry
And
Christmas,
Liz.
love, Chevy. I would love, because that's how he would smile.
So that's weird. And then like I was talking to his daughter the other day who came to visit set, and she's like, oh, we have your Christmas card in our fridge. And I was like, that's the weirdest thing ever. My Christmas card is on his fridge. He wouldn't tell me that, but that's weird, you know? And then like, you know, the next day, like we're sitting there in a scene, we actually had this big food fight. Chevy Chase is throwing like little grape tomatoes at my crotch. And I'm like,
Every man's
this
dream.
is the
Every-
dream right here.
Now, I have to admit that I have a giant girl boner for Joel McHale. Also
Yeah.
Danny Pudi, obviously, but
Yeah.
but Joel McHale too is, and his schedule is crazy. He's working like
I don't know how he does what he does.
right.
I'm convinced he has to be at least 40% titanium robot. Something is like something is not.
Calculation.
He and Ryan Seacrest, who just does everything.
Joel McHale is much taller and more handsome than Ryan
Agreed.
Seacrest.
Yeah, he's incredible. He's a great role model too because like every time I'm like, God, I'm tired, you know, I need like my 50th cup of coffee today.
Right.
He's always got something else to do. He's like, oh, when I go home, I gotta go do the soup, and then I have two kids to like, look after.
Does he have a wife?
Oh, I spelled it. That's so weird.
He's like, kids! Ah!
She's just upset they're not hers.
Not yet.
Not ever after the neti pot, sweetheart. Not ever.
Indeed.
Now, you also, we did our research on you, Danny, and we discovered that you're a little gangsta.
You're so gangsta.
Yeah.
What? Now, specifically, you are a master of beatboxing.
I enjoy beatboxing.
I don't think we can have you on the stage and not hear you beatbox.
All right.
We need
It might sound better. I'm gonna
Yeah.
spit,
Oh, yes,
I'm gonna
please do.
spit all over this.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Bring it.
How did you fall into beatboxing? Something you
We go
discovered?
whack.
Well, Grace. I don't know. It was just one of those things where I kind of discovered I enjoyed doing. I think one day all of a sudden I like walked out of the house and I was like, whatever, Mom, I'm gonna go play outside. And I was like, blah, blah, blah. You go block. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah. It is kind of like Polish. Thank you. 2010, inbound. Diet Coke.
Thank you so much for coming. Ladies and
Thank
gentlemen,
you.
and watch Community. It airs every Thursday night,
Thursday
right?
night.
Thursday night.
It's
Thursday night, 8 o'clock here.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock here.
NBC.
NBC.
Love
Thank
it.
you
Thank you so
so
much.
much.